Welcome to r/military stories, the place where we share unbelievable tales from the armed forces. Today, you're about to hear a story about what some call the world's dumbest soldier. Now, discipline is the backbone of the military. It keeps everyone alive and missions running smoothly. Without it, chaos quickly takes over. But sometimes, no matter how hard the training or strict the rules, there's that one soldier who just doesn't get it. This story is about that soldier whose mistakes were so big and so frequent that they turned a serious training exercise into total chaos. Get ready to hear about the moments that had everyone holding their breath and laughing nervously, because you won't believe how wild this story gets. The scene is set on a sprawling military base somewhere hot and dusty, far from home. The sun beats down on rows of soldiers lined up for one of the most intense parts of their training: live grenade exercises. This is no joke. These grenades can be deadly if handled incorrectly. The rules are clear. Soldiers must pull the pin, count to 3, and throw the grenade into a designated safe area. Everyone knows the drills, and instructors watch carefully to make sure every step is followed. There is no room for error. Among the group is a soldier who, without naming him yet, is already earning a reputation. He's the one always a step behind, fumbling his gear, forgetting commands, and generally acting like he's in the wrong place. His squad mates keep an eye on him, half amused, half worried. The mood before the grenade exercise is a mix of tension and nervous laughter. Everyone is serious about the task, but trying to stay relaxed. No one knows exactly what's coming, but this soldier's clumsy nature is setting the stage for a disaster that will shake the entire unit. From the start of the training, it's clear this soldier is different. He forgets his helmet during a critical drill and has to rush back, making the entire squad wait. On another occasion, he confuses commands and leads half the team in the wrong direction during a march. His teammates react with a mix of disbelief and light teasing. "Did he really just do that?" one whispers. Another shakes his head but laughs nervously. The soldier's mistakes aren't dangerous yet, but they are growing in frequency and severity. During a practice with dummy grenades, he nearly pulls the wrong pin, causing a moment of panic. The instructors give him a stern warning, but he shrugs it off as if nothing happened. His carefree attitude combined with repeated errors raises red flags for everyone watching. The tension builds. The other soldiers whisper about what might happen when it's this guy's turn with live grenades. His personality, distracted, oblivious, and overly confident, clashes badly with the discipline needed in these exercises. Everyone waits, holding their breath as the moment approaches. They know that if this soldier makes a big mistake now, it won't just be embarrassing. It could be dangerous. The stage is set for chaos. The moment arrived when the soldier faced a live grenade for the first time. Everyone watched closely, knowing how serious this was. The proper procedure was drilled into every recruit. Grip the grenade firmly, pull the pin sharply, hold the spoon down, count to 3, then throw it quickly into the designated safety zone. Timing was everything. But when this soldier stepped forward, the first signs of trouble were obvious. He grabbed the grenade, but instead of pulling the pin cleanly, he fumbled with it, almost dropping the dangerous device. The instructor's eyes narrowed, ready to intervene. When he finally yanked the pin, something even worse happened. He froze. Staring wide-eyed at the grenade, he couldn't bring himself to throw it. Seconds stretched painfully. The grenade's fuse was ticking down fast. The instructor barked orders, his voice sharp and loud. "Throw it! Throw it now!" But the soldier just stood there, paralyzed by fear or confusion. Around them, the squad's nervousness grew. Some exchanged glances, their faces pale with worry. Suddenly, the instructor sprang into action. With lightning speed, he grabbed the soldier, pulling him behind a nearby barrier and pushing him down. The grenade exploded mere inches from where the soldier had stood. The blast sent dust and dirt flying but caused no injuries, thanks entirely to the quick thinking of the instructor. The shock was immediate. Silence fell over the group, broken only by heavy breathing and quiet murmurs. No one could believe how close they had come to disaster. The soldier sat frozen, shaken and trembling as the reality of what just happened sank in. The tension was thick, and the gravity of the moment weighed heavily on everyone present. The instructor's reaction was fierce and immediate. He grabbed the soldier by the collar and scolded him loudly in front of the entire squad. His voice was filled with frustration and anger. "Do you understand what you just did? You could have killed us all. This isn't a game." The soldier was confused and visibly shaken, barely able to respond. His face was pale, eyes darting around as if searching for an escape. He muttered apologies, but it was clear he didn't fully grasp the danger he had caused. Around them, the squad mates showed a mix of emotions. Some were worried. After all, a mistake like that could have ended badly. Others were frustrated, having repeatedly warned the soldier about his carelessness. A few tried to lighten the mood with nervous jokes, but the tension lingered. Leadership quickly decided that this soldier could no longer be trusted with live grenades. He was reassigned to safer duties, restricted from high-risk tasks until further notice. It was a necessary move for everyone's safety, but it didn't come without a cost to the soldier's pride. His teammates exchanged uneasy looks, wondering how someone could make so many mistakes in such a dangerous environment. But no matter how much frustration there was, the fact remained. This soldier was still part of their unit, for better or worse. The grenade incident was far from the soldier's only blunder. Over time, his list of mistakes grew, mixing humor with serious concern. He once lost his helmet during a patrol and spent half an hour searching for it, causing the whole squad to wait nervously. Another time, he misunderstood a simple order and ended up walking in circles, confusing both teammates and officers. One day, during equipment checks, he forgot his rifle's safety was off, a dangerous oversight that earned him a stern lecture. His gear was always a mess, with straps hanging loose or ammo misplaced. The officers began to raise eyebrows, questioning how this soldier stayed in the unit despite repeated errors. Yet, somehow, despite the chaos he caused, the soldier managed to survive. His mistakes were baffling, but luck seemed to follow him. Some joked that he had a guardian angel watching over him, while others just shook their heads in disbelief. The balance between humor and worry was constant. The squad couldn't help but laugh at his latest foolishness, but deep down, everyone knew how close some of these moments had come to disaster. The soldier's obliviousness was almost legendary, a mix of innocence and carelessness that defied explanation. Through it all, the soldier remained part of the team, unintentionally teaching everyone the value of patience and caution. His story was one they'd tell for years, a reminder that in the military, discipline is everything. But sometimes the dumbest soldier can make the biggest impact, even if it's just by keeping everyone on their toes. The sergeant promotion board was a big deal. It was the gateway to advancement, a test of knowledge, leadership, and composure under pressure. Every soldier dreamed of passing it because a promotion meant respect, better pay, and more responsibility. Naturally, everyone was curious and a bit nervous when the dumbest soldier on the team suddenly became eligible to appear before the board. His team leader was openly worried. "There's no way he's ready for this," he muttered. "He can barely keep his gear straight, let alone answer tough questions." But military rules were military rules, and the soldier was on the list. The team held its breath, half expecting a disaster. When the day arrived, the soldier walked into the boardroom with an awkward shuffle, a mix of confusion and misplaced confidence. The panel of officers looked serious, ready to grill him on everything from weapons handling to army regulations. The first question was simple, but his answer was anything but. He stared blankly for a moment, then muttered something unrelated, prompting an awkward silence. When asked about a high-explosive dual-purpose grenade, his response was baffling. Nothing. The room froze. The first sergeant, trying hard not to laugh, wiped tears from his eyes. The soldier sheepishly admitted, "I wasn't paying attention." The board members exchanged looks of disbelief. He froze several more times, providing answers that ranged from confusing to outright wrong. Despite the tension, there was something oddly endearing about his blunt honesty. The first sergeant eventually called the session to a close. "Son, you're not going anywhere with this," he said kindly but firmly. The soldier was kicked out of the board within minutes. The squad couldn't decide whether to laugh or cry. The promotion board drama was a spectacular failure, but somehow it fit perfectly with the soldier's strange, bumbling pattern. It was a moment they'd remember and joke about for years. If the grenade incident wasn't enough, the soldier managed to add another unforgettable blunder to his record, getting bitten by a dog on base. After the failed promotion board, the soldier went to the chow hall for lunch, then decided to feed some stray dogs hanging around the front gate. Yes, you read that right. His teammates couldn't believe it. "You're feeding dogs on base after all this?" one asked, barely able to keep a straight face. Apparently, the soldier thought the dogs looked hungry and figured he'd share his scraps. The problem? One of the dogs was not in the mood for charity. As he extended his hand with food, the dog snapped and bit him. The medic was called, the bite was cleaned, and the soldier got stitches, but the story spread fast, and everyone laughed. How could someone survive so many military dangers but get taken down by a dog? The bite meant the soldier was temporarily sidelined from duties, much to everyone's relief. No more grenade handling, no more patrols for a bit, just rest and recovery. His teammates still teased him mercilessly, but there was a weird kind of respect in their jokes. After all, it takes a special kind of luck, or lack thereof, to survive military life and still end up hurt by a dog. The soldier's antics sparked a wide range of feelings among his squad and instructors. Frustration was common, especially from those who worried about safety. "It's not just about him," one squad leader explained. "One mistake could put the whole team in danger." But alongside the irritation, there was a surprising amount of affection. Many saw the soldier as an accidental comic relief during some of the toughest training days. His blunders broke tension and reminded everyone that no one is perfect. "In a way, he kept us grounded," another soldier admitted. "When things got really hard, his mistakes made us laugh, sometimes when we desperately needed to. Even instructors who had to reprimand him found moments of humor in his cluelessness. He wasn't malicious," an instructor said. "Just, well, not the sharpest tool in the shed." Despite the jokes and setbacks, the soldier was part of their team. His story highlighted the challenges of military life. Discipline is critical, but so is patience, understanding, and sometimes a little laughter. The soldier's mishaps became a reminder that training is as much about people as it is about rules, and sometimes the dumbest soldier is the one who teaches the rest of the team the most about resilience and camaraderie. Looking back on the soldier's story, it's hard not to shake your head in disbelief, and maybe laugh a little too. From mishandling live grenades to getting bitten by a dog, this soldier's journey was filled with moments that tested the patience of everyone around him. Yet, despite all the chaos, he somehow survived it all, becoming a living legend in his unit. His story reminds us that military life isn't always about perfect discipline and flawless execution. Sometimes it's about dealing with the unexpected and learning how to adapt. Patience, for both the soldier and his teammates, was key. Training is serious business, but it's also a human experience, complete with mistakes, lessons, and occasionally a lot of humor. We learn that even the dumbest soldier has a place, whether as a cautionary tale or the accidental comic relief that breaks tension in the hardest moments. It's a reminder that behind every uniform is a person, and sometimes that person just needs a little extra time, guidance, and maybe a dog bite or two to keep things interesting. As Mark Twain famously said, "Never argue with an idiot. They will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience." Our soldier here might be proof of that, unwittingly teaching everyone else a lesson or two by simply being himself. Thanks for listening to this wild ride. If you have your own crazy military stories, don't hesitate to share them over at r/militarystories. We're all here for the laughs, the lessons, and the brotherhood that comes with it. That wraps up today's episode of r/Payback. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to subscribe for more epic stories.